Welcome to Watch What Crappens. To get our videos as soon as they're released instead of waiting for a week, head over to our Patreon. That's also where you'll find our bonus episodes and our Discord community. We love you guys. Well, hello, and welcome to Watch What Crappens, a podcast for all the crap we love to talk about on Yo Brovs. I'm Ronnie. That is the gorgeous and talented Ben Mandelker across from me, side by side from me. Hello, Ben.
Hello. Hi. How are you doing?
Good. Having a great old time over here. I've got a family in here. I have the cutest little family. Hannah and her family are staying here. So and her husband, her mother. So I've got a whole family in here. I've got a little 5-year-old running around, jumping all over me. Taught her how to make cookies, how to play a Nintendo
I saw that
Switch.
Picture.
We were having so much fun. Yeah, I'm going to be so sad when they leave. I'm going to be familyless again. I'm going to be alone again. But it's been so fun. I've been having a lovely family time. How's it been going over there with you?
So much fun. I built a chair, not from scratch.
What?
Not from scratch.
Oh.
Like I assembled one that came in.
Oh,
came from
hard too.
But I built it and it's the wrong color for me. And now I'm like, like when you assemble a piece of furniture and then like it doesn't fit, like now the process of getting furniture out of like what now I've got to figure out how to get this out back to another land. So that's like what's plaguing me this morning. So the point is that nothing is new with me, actually. That's what that means. Nothing is new. Nothing's happening over
nothing
here.
new.
I have a chair report.
Well, we are going to BravoCon next week. That's new. That's going to be fun for us. We are going to make a pilgrimage. We will be moderating the Next Gen NYC panel, which is going to be the very last panel of the whole thing. Oh, I removed Ben, or maybe Ben removed himself. Anyway, we're going to moderate the Next Gen NYC panel the last day. We are going to have a meetup at some point. It'll be free for everybody to just come say hey, to meet some of you guys. We're not sure of the date yet, but we should know hopefully by the beginning of the week. So just keep an eye on our Instagram at Watch What Crappens. Okay. And then Monday night, we will be here doing Amazon Live. That will be on Amazon Live. That's where you can watch it. You can watch it on your phone. You can watch it on your TV, whatever. You also get links over at our Instagram, link in bio. So check that out. And today, it is Real Housewives of Orange County Reunion Part 1 for Season 19. What say you? What are your general thoughts about this?
Okay, general thoughts. First, I love that we just got right into the reunion. We did not have to see people arrive, people in glam, Andy visiting each room. I love that we just started. I love that. Second of all, is it me? Did this reunion look kind of shitty? Was it me? That was the lighting?
Absolute
shitty.
Dog shit. It looked like dog shit.
Dog shit.
Embarrassing. Embarrassing. What was the set supposed to be? The set was terrible.
I think it looked like maybe it was supposed to be New Orleans.
It was
I
terrible.
don't know. Andy didn't even do a shout out to the set. It just was like everything looked flat. All the light was flat. All their hair looked like matte and dry. Like there was no gloss. There was no shine. The light, the color scheme, they're all wearing this like maroon or pink.
Maroon?
It just was like,
why would you pick maroon? You can't pull off maroon. It's a bunch of blonde white ladies.
Yeah, it was like not. It wasn't giving what it was supposed. Maybe it was some sort of like reference to like a weird New Orleans element. I don't know, but it was like the color scheme didn't work. The lighting was flat. Everyone's hair looked dry, and I think that was a lighting effect. It didn't look sumptuous.
Well, it's also reality slipping into TV because their hair is dry. Yeah. This is Orange County, okay? They've never met a hot oil treatment that they didn't ignore in that place, apparently.
What happened to their like panoramic LED screen that they had for like the past few years where they were like out in the middle of the ocean? That looked great for this cast, but this was just like, ugh. Like every now and then they just mess up the way a reunion looks. And this one, I actually had times I was watching and I was like, I don't want to physically look at this anymore. It's just
the lighting
terrible.
was too bright, and also the coloring of the people was wrong. Everybody was really orange, and I guess part of it spray tan. But Shannon was wearing like a weird like reverse kabuki mask where she was completely one color all the way up right below her hairline, and then was stark white. She looked crazy. Even Katie, who's the most beautiful
Katie,
hand down, looked a little crazy in the lighting.
she
Everybody
did.
looked nuts. Emily, stop it. Whatever you're doing, stop it. You're a beautiful lady. Just stop it. At this point, it's self-harm. You know, it goes to a point where it's like you're hurting yourself. Just stop it. You're so beautiful. What are you doing? You know, you can't even move your face right. You're blinking wrong. Words are coming out of your ears and, teeth are falling out of your mouth. Just stop it. One eye's bigger, one eye. Just stop. Whatever you're doing to yourself, just leave yourself alone. It's self-harm. Okay.
My only real note for Emily, I actually thought by and large she looked fine. My only real note was it seemed like they had added so much hair to her. Like she had more hair than usual. And I just felt like it was like weighing her down. It was just like a big pile of hair every time they cut to her. I was like, oh my God, there's so much hair. And the light was hitting it in a way where it just looked like a bunch of big dry hair. And I was like, no.
And we're in, we're in
goodness.
California, so we're like fire danger. You see things like that, and you're like, you better clean it up, or you're going to get a ticket from the city. And this isn't even like, oh, let's make fun of how the women look. It's not even that. This is a styling issue. These are the women we all know and love, and they deserve better. Okay, they deserve to be treated well. It looks like they just like threw them up there without anybody working on them.
I know.
We even saw some of the stylists, and I was like, what are you proud about? How are you even showing your face on camera right now? All of you. Shame.
Yeah, well, it's Orange County stylists. Andy looked good, actually. Andy looked good. But I think that overall, this entire reunion was a real dog.
My second,
and that's on the production team.
My second thing beyond, the production of how it looked and stuff is the energy level was real weird. Everybody was just like super low energy and like whatever, Tamara's just like whatever, yell at me. I'll just tell Shannon to shut up. And no one was really there or present. And the whole having Gretchen come on and everybody just kiss Gretchen's ass. Like, did no one else watch the last episode? Like, what is going on? Yeah. What is happening? Like, I didn't understand what was happening or how people came in with the personalities they came in, why people are mad at Katie and not mad at fucking Gretchen who's sitting there, or Tamara who just got the whole blog leaking thing out. I was just
they don't know
confused.
About that. They don't know about the blog leaking thing. They said,
right.
I think it was teased that they're going to reveal that.
Right.
But
you're right.
Yeah, I actually didn't really mind the
stuff
energy.
was there, so I need some kind
I was surprised by Heather.
Let's not kiss Gretchen's ass the whole time.
Well, it also just goes to show how transparent they kind of all are about that stuff. Because I thought, and I was really surprised that Heather was actually like quite friendly towards Gretchen and was helping her out with some answers. That was a surprise to me. I think we'll probably get more insight into what's going on with their relationship in a future episode.
Mm-hmm.
But the energy was low, but I think that's because Tamara set the tone. Because she's like, I'm in therapy. And she's just like, she's trying to be calm. I was, by the way, also surprised that Jen got first seat. I honestly think, as much as I can't really stand her this season, Emily should have been first seat on that sofa. Because I felt like really so much of this season was about Emily. When you talk about, oh my God, this season's not good, like everyone goes, oh, well, yeah, Emily is this, Emily's that. It feels like Emily was really driving this season, whether we like it or not, and she should have been first. Like, I think the only reason why they put Jen in first chair is because I think sometimes they like people, if they have a beef, to be able to fight across the sofa, like eye to eye. So I think because Tamara's first, they had to put Jen first. But like Jen did not earn first seat for this season.
No. And I'm wondering sometimes what they're doing with first seat now, if they're trying to make it less important and just like, well, everybody's, someone's going to get it, because there have been a first few seat choices that have been odd this year. So, who knows? But here we go. Real Housewives of Orange County. We start with Tamara coming in, and she's like, I've been on this show 15 fucking years. I'm just tired. I'm tired of it. And then we see a flashback to Jen and Gina and Shannon finding out that Tamara has leaked the season to bloggers.
And then flash forward to Tamara. Now she's outside going, there's no proof. And then we go to the final episode where someone's like, she does do a lot of talking. It's Chris Samuels. Chris Samuels is the leak. And then we flash forward. Then we're forward again. And Tamara's like, there's nothing in writing. bonus sob.
Yeah, but nothing this season has anything in writing. There's no writing in
None of you
There's
can
no
write.
proof in writing. So since when does that matter to you people? Like, you can't start that now in the reunion episode. Suddenly we have to have written proof. Oh, okay. So, and you look, I know that everybody loves Katie. I actually like Katie too. I think people are going a little overboard in their defense of Katie because of how much all the other women suck. Because Katie is also still
Yes,
full of shit.
100%.
And Katie reminds us that she is still 80% full of shit when she comes back on here. Or, I don't know if it's just that she's 80% full of shit or if everybody has just agreed we're not backing her up on any little thing. So it just looks like she's lying. I'm not even sure at this point, but she didn't bring a ton of energy either. So I'm not really jumping on that bandwagon.
I mean,
either.
Katie is not known for her energy, I would say, but
Yeah.
I think we all know Katie is slippery with the truth for sure, but we are so offended by the way the entire cast discarded her when other people on the cast are equally slippery.
Yeah.
That it just feels so rude that we just have to rally behind her. And also, she's so pretty. We're like, well, I mean, how could they discard someone so pretty from Orange County? That's so rude.
They're just such hypocrites too, but I guess that's the name of the game this season. So let's do it. Bring it on.
So then we also we're still seeing these flash forwards and flashbacks. And the next flash forward is Tamara now, of course, having her classic hyperventilating in the back room. And Katie's like, okay, just go home, decompress the day, let Eddie, win you over with his sparkling personality. Just relax a little bit. This is not what the show is about. It's not what the show is about.
The show's about me ripping other people to shreds, not them ripping me to shreds. Come on, guys.
So she's crying her big crocodile tears.
And tonight is the 3-part Real Housewives of Orange County reunion. I'm Andy Cohen. I have children.
Oh, I just have to say one thing because I wasn't sure if this was a preview of what's to come or if this was a little flash of we're getting the reunion ready. But in case it never shows up for the next 2 episodes, I have to say they had this one shot of Heather sitting down on the sofa and she's like, this is neither my slip side nor my nose side. She was so mad about being on that side of the set.
Yeah, they were like, that's where we had
It's the
room.
wrong
Just
side
sit
for
down,
my slit
fancy
and my
pants.
nose.
Yeah. So we see the ladies getting into glam. Katie has brought a basket of vodka and bagels. That's pretty funny. Tamara is showing her nipple covers like,
This is the look. This is it.
and then we go to Gina looking in the mirror, which, I mean, that was the biggest shock that she's been given one. Gina's been given a lot of credit for her outfit. I don't think this was one of Gina's worst, but she did look like a napkin fold over her boobs. I'm not sure what that was about. I was like, are you filing your boobs? Are you? What's that? Who made this outfit and why? Why would they do that? What does it represent?
I liked when she looked in the mirror and she goes,
Who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? Why is my reflection someone I don't know? I feel bad for my reflection.
Oh my God, why is my reflection putting up a sheet in the middle of the mirror to make the mirror big enough for a whole family?
in horror movies when someone stares in a mirror and then the thing in the mirror comes out and grabs them by the neck. This is the first time we actually saw the reflection be like, bye.
No, yeah. It's like, here's a towel. Please put it over your outfit, please.
Reflection's like, I feel bad, but here's the towel to help out. Where we both look better.
Yeah, so we see some flash forwards of what's coming in the reunion, which I think we can probably skip because guess why? We're going to see it over the next 3 episodes
And I already
in flash forward clips.
And I accidentally said some of it already with Heather. So, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Real Housewives of Orange County Season 19 reunion. I'm Andy Cohen, presiding over a time-honored ceremony that'll be equal parts solemn and revealing, like getting married in a white bikini. Ha, ha, ha. No one wants to... Jen, you're not even laughing at that joke. Wow. Okay.
I love that he said that. He's like, he gives a Jen line, and then it cuts to Jen, and she's like, who got married in a white bikini? Who did that? That sounds so fun.
Solemn.
Oh, I wish I could have come to that wedding. That would have been great. Whatever. Thank you so much.
I was just invited. Thank you so much. Okay. Hi, Shannon Stormsbador. How are you? Oh, Andy, I am good. I'm just here in this red, which I'm not very comfortable with. If I'm not dressed in black or yellow, I don't really know what to do with myself, so I'm just going to spiral here in the corner. Thank you very much.
I'm just hoping
lovely bald man with a giant mansion will come adopt me and give me a life that Adelaide would be envious of. Tomorrow. Why is she dressed like little orphan Annie? Why?
Little orphan Shanny.
Why is she dressed like that? There's just so much confusing about this whole reunion. Why is Shannon dressing like a 12-year-old girl in like Southern Cotillion? Like, who's dressing Shannon, and when are they going to help her? There's just so much that needs to be addressed. Okay, so she's fine. She spent a week at the Golden Door, so she's feeling very zen. Okay.
Yeah, very zen.
Heather Dubrow, nice to see you. You said you wanted to be a Beverly Hills housewife because the drive was shorter until Kyle Richards said, who? No. Is Reba available? How was the drive tonight? And she's like, it was 7 minutes, Andy. Which is weird because doesn't she say she lives in Beverly Hills? Is that close to Culver City?
No, their apartment is in Century City in one of those high rises. So all you have to do is take motor on down into Culver City, and you've arrived at Sony Studios. And let me tell you something, that is probably about a 7-minute drive. So, the first time that it was actually easy to get to Culver City. Congratulations, Heather.
I know. Yeah. So, she.
By the way,
she had a
that
short
explains
drive.
everything. That's why this reunion looks so shitty. It was filmed in Culver City. Okay, we cracked the code.
Okay, hi Emily. What's different? Everything is fucking different. At this point, you're gonna have to tap her forehead to snooze the alarm button. Everything is different.
Stop that. That's hilarious. Tap us.
What even is she? She's a machine now.
I'm a Sony Dream Machine.
Yeah, I got my shit together after we finished filming. I was feeling a little heavy, so I just kept saying Susan Bender over in my mind over and over again. Weight came right off. Bitch with the jeans.
I wasn't taking care of myself, so I just got myself together. Yeah, you look like you lost weight. Yeah, I probably lost 25 to 30 pounds, but I gained it all back again.
Oh, really?
Well, just in the hair. There's really a lot of hair on me tonight.
Okay. Well, did you lose weight? So you talk about weight and, like, is she working out again? Blah, 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 blah. I'm so sick of talking about weight. I'm sick of talking about it. I'm sick of hearing it. You've been on a no carb thing. Then we went on Jeff yesterday.
I'm off of it.
All he talked about was weight and this and that. And everyone who works for him is talking about weight all the time. And I'm the only chubby one sitting over here like, listen, let's stop. Me, of all people who's talked about weight every day of his life, is finally sick of it. I'm finally sick of it. I've had it.
It was all a giant ploy to get you sick of it.
Well, it worked. You guys did it. Emily, I don't care. Okay. I don't care about your workout program, but good for you.
I don't care, but good for you.
But good for you.
Gina,
shut up.
how is the assisted living real estate business going? Oh my God, it's going really well. Yeah, I just sold an efficiency over in Costa Mesa the other day. It was so good.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it feels so good to schlep again because it's all about schlepping. I love schlepping. Schlep, slap. Slap, 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 slap.
All right, okay. Hi, that's good. I feel like I just slept 5 miles listening to you talk. Okay, Katie. Hi, Katie. It's great to see you again.
She talked about she ruined my life.
I will never talk to you again. I am done with you. Done.
We missed you for the back half of the season, and you're here with the group again. I wonder, how are you feeling about being back with the group? Do you have any intentions for the day? I love when Andy acts like he's at the Golden Door. He's like, guys, what are our intentions? Your intentions are for people to fight their asses off. Okay, that's what your intentions are. What do I have to tell you? But, you have to pretend you're there to make up with people. So
yeah,
he's just gaslighting. So she's like, well, I feel like I need to make up for some lost time, Andy, because some things didn't get said, and I'm just happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I just need to make up for some lost time because so much happened on the season after I left. Just kidding. The season kind of crescendoed after I left, so I guess we're all caught up now. Great.
Jen, did Ryan sexualize you on your way here? It's like, yeah, touched my boobs. He touched my chin a lot. He put his penis up my nostrils. So that was fun. Never tried that one. Wow. I just worry. Maybe he's not here for the right reasons. Am I right? Thank you, Andy. Thank you so much for asking.
All right, well, Tamara, that was great. Thanks, Jen. Finally, Tamara, you recently had your 24th breast surgery. Is that true?
Yeah, it's true. I had reconstructive surgery because my pectoral muscle was attached to my face.
And I was like, well, as long as you're in there, can you add a third boob? And they did, bitch. 3 boob Tamara.
She said pectorial. She's like,
Yeah, you know how it is. Another reunion, another pair of rock. Yeah, what are you going to do? Give me some boobies. I love it.
it's like, how many times? I wish we had a montage of Andy just doing reunion questions of, hey, Tamara, you got a new rack. Hey, Tamara, are those new boobs? Tell me about your new boobs. It's every season. Why are we acting like this is a new
They're
thing?
going up and down and up and down.
They need to
And
just
had
make
it-
those things screw on and screw off at this point. So you could just change them out at will. That's very hurtful. You know
That's
how
a
they do
great
your
idea.
boobs? They like go under all your muscles and shit. That's not an easy thing. You would think watching this for 19 years that it would be an easy thing, but it is not an easy thing.
It should just be like a door, you know? So yeah, she basically is like, while you're fixing my muscle, can you do a little something with the boobs? That's what everyone says to plastic surgeons while you're there. Let me, from the top, they always say plastic surgeons be like, need me to fix something? Because while you're in there, am I, Alfredo, thank you. Don't stand there like that.
Sorry. I was looking for something in my purse. I've been schlepping.
If you ever step on my joke again, Gina, it will cost you a lot. That's a little threat. Well, I'll take a laugh wherever I can get it. Thank you. Thank you.
It's the only way to get Heather to shut up in a monologue. So Tamara's like,
By the way, I won't be quitting today. Remember when I quit everybody? It's so fun. I'm a classic.
and she's like,
Well, the day is young, right, Andy?
she's trying to make Andy ask her this question. Are you going to quit today, Tamara? Which she doesn't. So she just makes it on her own. And Heather's like, let's not make big statements like Terry gets in the mail after I go shopping with my American Express.
There we go. Back on track. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Tamara's happy because Teddy's doing really well. Her tumors are like, they like went away, which is, I mean,
By
that's
the way,
wild.
another question she wasn't asked. I love that she's trying to make this like whole big Tamara segment, but Andy's not asking her any of these questions. So she's like,
Yeah, I'm doing great. Cut to Teddy. No one asked, but yeah, she's great. Loves Teddy. Teddy's doing so good. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like,
Who
America.
cares? Who even is Teddy?
Wow, that's amazing. So Teddy is all healed up. So let's follow it up with some more important news. Hey, you went to Alexis Bellino's wedding. How was that? You said it was one of the most beautiful weddings you ever attended. Tell me all about it.
Oh, okay. I guess we'll just move on from Teddy no longer having cancer to talk about Alexis's mason jar wedding.
Okay, yeah, it was beautiful.
I feel so weird talking about it in front of Shannon. Sorry, Shannon. No disrespect to you. Person who's never invited to weddings because he's stupid.
No. I'm a mature woman, and I saw the pictures. It was beautiful, and the flower arrangements. I mean, that must have cost I don't know, maybe like $75,000. I don't know how much of does that cost. Did it have my names in the centerpieces since I basically paid for it?
It was stunning, Andy. Just stunning.
he's like, nice. Jen, were you invited? There was some drama. And Emma's like,
She was uninvited.
and Jen's
Just
like,
like Katie should be to everything.
hold on. Let me answer. Please, let me answer. I was invited, but then I wasn't invited. Go ahead.
No, I said fine. You said let me answer, and I said fine.
Sounded like a cascade of, it was about to come out of you. So just wanted to make sure you had your chance to speak.
Just answer the question, Jen.
But when she got married, I texted her back and she said, why are you sending me a penis? And I said, Brian, why are you texting Alexa? Sorry, but I did want to talk to you anyway and say your wedding looked beautiful. And Ryan's ballsack even loved it. It was great. Really, really good. And then she said, I wish there was a world where we could be together. Are you free? Can you and Ryan come? And I said, well, I think I just got reinvited to the wedding.
I mean, Alexis, I wish there was a world where you could be reinvited. Yeah, there is a world. It's called you should have invited her in the first place. I mean, come on. She's acting like she is like there's some sort of like authority that's looking down at her and like banning her from inviting Jen. It was your choice. You did it to yourself.
I wish there was a world we could be together. But so why did she get uninvited in the first place? It's because she's just such a good friend to Shannon. And Alexis heard that she was just such a good friend to Shannon. And it didn't feel right for Alexis. So she uninvited her, you know? And now in the morning, she eats her chia seeds in a mason jar that she had to buy herself. Andy wasn't free from a wedding. Wasn't holding flowers in a wedding. I actually supplied my own chia cup now. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Tamara, you joke about quitting today, but do you have any intentions for the day? See, if you had just waited, I would have made a joke about you quitting.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, going into the season, I was emotionally in like a really difficult spot.
Oh, really? Are you still going to therapy? That was a rhetorical question. Of course you are, because it's all you talk about.
Yeah, because I was there Monday at therapy, and I was just like, trying not to get reactive when I get upset, but I get upset so much because I go to therapy now. I'm in therapy. Did you know that?
Yeah, I'm in therapy. I go to therapy all the time. Sometimes I'm like, you want to have lunch? No, I want to have therapy. So I go to therapy. So I just got out of therapy. I'm on the phone right now with my therapist. Like, I'm a good person. She said I'm a good person, everybody. I love therapy. Therapy's great.
You've not been to
I went to
therapy. You've been
Subway
to
and they
therapy
asked-
2 times.
No, that's wrong. I went to Subway. They asked if I want 6-inch or 12-inch. I said, how about an hour long? Because that's how long my therapy sessions are. They gave it to me because I'm in therapy.
I love therapy. It's my new favorite thing to do. Therapy's so great.
He's like, okay, well, good to see you doing well.
Shut up, Shirley, stupid bitch. Have you done your sleep, you fat, ugly bitch? Yeah, maybe I'll go to therapy again. I love therapy so much.
Well, I did think that somehow you were going to have a different approach to conflict this season based on the therapy.
What? You didn't think I was calmer this season than any other?
He's like, let's roll the package. And we just cut to her be like,
Thank you, Gretchen!
Fuck off!
And then quitting. And then we cut back and she's like, huh.
Okay, well, I guess some people just don't understand how therapy works.
And Gina's like, well, I feel like some things with therapy, things get worse before they get better.
that's what we've been saying ever since you came on the show. The show's getting worse and before it gets better. So she's like, because like you open stuff up and you're like raw and then you're like not a changed person.
Yeah, that's totally true.
And Jen's like, yeah, but like when you want to make a change, we're adults. Just like make the change.
You know what? I know, but like, then you also have to understand that, like, when I was going through therapy, I was like on a good track. And then, like, 2 weeks into filming with everything that was going on, Jenny, it's around me. You don't understand.
It's like, still, no, I mean, I understand. That's very scary and sad, but like,
I've sat through so much faux Bravo therapy that I can't with your therapy storyline. Seen it. It doesn't work, Jax. Okay. It doesn't fucking work. So Jenna's like, well, it's just so hard. And I was probably inappropriate for me to say, but I didn't get the grace that you're asking everyone else for. The grace that I had given you. You got the grace. Where was my grace?
I have not.
Where's my grace?
No, I have not asked anybody for some grace. Give me some grace about that for once.
Jen's like, well, it just feels like we're all assholes if we want to move forward in conversations that are tough with you because now you're going through the hardest time in your life. And she's saying she didn't feel like that she got that when she was going through the hard time in my life.
Yes, I was going through the hardest time in my life. I mean, there to be the victim of Archie's drunk driving and being an innocent spectator in the backseat. That was terrible for me. Okay, Charlie, whatever. No, we don't need to go. We don't need to go back. We don't need to go back. I'm just saying it was frustrating.
She just went back there.
I am bringing up to
it's
you.
like Alex P. Keaton saying he's not going to go back, but yeah, you're hanging out with your mom in the 50s then. Then why? Why is it called Back to the Future then? Alex!
To be fair, that movie was in 1985, and they said that by the time we got to 2020, that where we were going, we wouldn't be needing roads. And if that were true, I wouldn't have been in this issue in the first place. Am I right?
I'm just bringing up to you the frustration that I felt listening to all of this.
Oh, yeah, I know. I've seen it all season. Okay. Yeah, I tried very hard
Oh,
for
yeah.
you.
Oh,
I
sure.
tried so hard.
Oh, sure. You've seen it all season, Tamara Drudge. I don't think you have. I don't think you have. Because you know what? I'm the grudge holder. You're Tamara Grudge, not Judge. Grudge. You have all the grudges. You can't forget anything.
Excuse me. I did not make a joke right then. Someone please tell the audience to be quiet. This is because we're on the wrong side for my slit. Wrong slit side.
Yes, Tamara Grudge. Okay. And Emily's like, that was a good one. Did you say Tamara Grudge? Yeah, I said Tamara Grudge.
Here's one. How about Shannon be more funny in the future? Who did that? Someone fix the strings in Alfredo's drum.
Well, Alexis Bellino said on a podcast a few weeks ago that she thought Shannon was trying to ice Tamara out or get Tamara off the show. And Tamara said,
Oh, 100%. Even my therapist was told, get rid of Tamara. She's a dumb bitch. You tried to come into my therapy.
Okay, because that's what Alexis feels. Shannon told her. Well, I don't even plan what I'm wearing before I film. Okay, I don't even do that.
Well, she still doesn't know what she's wearing today. I said she still doesn't know what she's okay. So the joke is Shannon's dressed very poorly and she's very frazzled. So when you say she still doesn't know what she's wearing today, it's an allusion to that. I don't appreciate that. I do not appreciate that. Where's Alfredo? Is
Well,
he
I
still
just
in the
found out-
building?
no, I don't try to ice anyone out. And Katie's like, oh, so you didn't call production in the middle of the season and say, I'm uncomfortable. I don't feel safe around Katie. And I want Gretchen to have her orange. I want her out. You didn't say that? By the thank you. Thank you.
Alfredo, were you in the bathroom? Wrong time.
By the way,
Wrong
this
joke.
sounds exactly like something Shannon would say. I mean, it's just in Katie intonation, so people don't believe it. But listen to it how Shannon would say it.
I'm uncomfortable. I don't feel safe around Katie.
I want Gretchen to have her orange. Just get Gretchen her orange. I want her out. I want her out. Yes, of course she
She
said
100% did. Of course she
Yes.
said it. And so Katie's like, Jen, did she have a phone call with Alex during the season? Like, oh, I'm supposed to know if Shannon had a phone call? She's like, well, I heard about it from you.
that. Oh, so now we're just going to go back to where you're going to Jen to validate your stupid lies.
You guys all have other people validate for you. Jen's like, we're going to do this again. She's like, well, before we left for New Orleans, that's what I heard from you. And Alex told you that? She goes, no, you told me that. And he's like, okay, well, Alex just said in my ear that he never spoke about it. And he obviously has no motivation to lie in this moment. So I guess we're just going to move on. Okay, everyone.
We absolutely trust the man who claims that nobody knew that Gretchen had a horrible, bigoted social media account and tried to get no one to talk about it and is still trying to move past this mess. We all trust Alex Baskin. Okay, moving on.
All right, Heather from Tricks Are for Kids said, I'm sorry, Heather, this is a question for Heather. This is from Lauren from Tricks Are for Kids. Whether it was a game or not, you and Emily made it clear that you wouldn't trust Tamara with sensitive information. So how can you be friends with Tamara but never fully share yourself with her? Well, we've been friends a long time. Historical friends. It's like Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr. Or, Thank you. I have sent in a self-tape to Lin-Manuel to see if I can play for Hamilton on Broadway. So we're really in that mindset. Anyway, I care about you a lot. And by care about you a lot, I sometimes, when I'm up in my penthouse, think about you and go, ha 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 ha. And then I move on.
But you know, there are inconsistencies and the unpredictable nature of you sometimes. That's just the truth. What do you want? Well, how do you take that, Tamara? And she's like,
I'm here. foreigner, and I'm gonna work on that. We might have to dig a little bit deeper about that. But for right now, I believe it, because I've got other business to get at, okay?
Well, can I just ask, when we talk about that game, I said it too. I don't know why Tamara's the only one getting questioned, because I said it.
I want to be in the argument.
Yeah, let me in.
Okay, well, Tamara said you broke her heart by saying that. And Emily's like,
Yeah, I know, and that's why I'm bringing it up, because, I've seen you throw out terrible things about her, Shannon, and she was your best friend for 10 years. Ooh, burn, got that one in there.
But she threw out terrible things about me too, bitch. She said, well, I said that you had an ego. No, that's not all that you said. Well, I mean, that's your justification for treating me like shit last year. No, that's not all you said, Shannon. Okay, well then, the little whisper in your ear is inaccurate and a pot stirrer. Whatever this means, I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Oh, you're the only one who has crazy whispers in her ear. Crazy whispers.
by the way, just for interjecting a little truth in here, Shannon never did that to Tamara, where she came up with some horrible, gossip that's being spread about Tamara and put that out there. Did she?
Well, I mean, I think this all stems from the demise of the Tres Amigos. There was so much, there was so much chatter about what happened, and Shannon and Vicky were alleging that Tamara didn't want to be part of it, blah blah blah. There was such a fallout from that, and then that fueled the way Tamara acted last season, and now this season is a reaction to last season. So I think the ego thing may have to do with Tamara's participation in Tres Amigos. I think it was like, oh, now that Tamara found two T's in a pod, that then she left Tres Amigos behind, yada, yada, yada. I think that's the whole giant backstory there.
Okay. So so Andy says, why were you so surprised that Emily and Heather would say they don't trust you when you've thrown people's secrets in their faces to hurt them? And Tamara's like,
Like what? Give me an example. I love this game. Give me an example. Go ahead. Do it.
This
He's
is
like,
her.
Oh,
her
like
thing
my
tonight.
dad? What about that, for example? My father? He had to put down a martini to turn up the TV to hear that again, that he was an alcoholic. How dare you? How dare you?
And so then we have a flash. She's like, well,
Well, Shannon, season 15, you had a conversation with Bronwyn saying that you have alcoholism in your immediate family and you went to Al-Anon. Was that Eddie?
yeah, babe, I came in to help you out.
Why are you blowing the horn? What the hell, Eddie?
Well, someone once told me that my face always looks like I'm blowing an invisible horn, so I thought, why not attach a real one?
Okay, I'll take it. I love him. I love you, stupid idiot. Why'd you talk about going to Al-Anon then, Shannon?
well, see the clip, and Shannon did say that to Bronwyn, because Bronwyn's like, well, I'm debating going to AA for a storyline. So what do you think of that? And Emily's like, well, I grew up with alcoholism in my family. But she didn't say it was her dad,
It's still vague enough. It could be a grandparent. It could have been anything.
Could have been Adelaide.
And it's also Shannon's story to tell. So Tamara's like,
That's okay for you to say that and put it out there. That's what.
here's my thing about that whole therapy thing. When Tamara said it, I actually, I know maybe I'm being naive. I actually think that Tamara was not trying to fuck with Shannon in that moment. But I think that when Shannon flipped out, Tamara's response should have been like, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to overshare like that. I swear. Instead, her response was, here we go again. And then she went into the kitchen and was like, she probably did that to cover up her own alcoholism. So I think that's where Tamara's really bad.
That's why
on that
I
whole
think
situation.
that Tamara did do it on purpose to say, because she's setting up the evidence. Like her father, you said it yourself. Your dad's an alcoholic, so it's only normal that you're an alcoholic. Just admit to being an alcoholic and blame your dad, like the rest of us, And Shannon was like, "How dare you?" And then she's like,
Oh, really? Maybe that's why she's an alcoholic. Because daddy's not her excuse. Bitch.
So.
You said, okay, okay. You know what, Tamara? We could play the la-la game. What's the la-la game? I don't know, but I just invented it, and we can play it if you want. But to single out my father, I was in tears. I was in tears having to say, Dad, your past is now brought up on a television show. And he said, I know, because it's you. You're my past, and you're on this show. And I said, Dad, but look, you brought this up, Tamara. And you know what you said? You know what you said under your breath?
And then we see Tamara saying
I don't think she did. I don't think she cares that she cares about her dad in the first place. How dare you, Tamara? How dare you, Tamara, judge?
and she's like, well,
That's because I was pissed off at the way you acted, Shannon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to be a horrible person, you're 97 years.
Oh, it'd be horrible. Yeah, okay, listen. When it comes to my dad, who told me 2 weeks ago, I'm going to cry. Hold on again. The minute that Marilyn Monroe got off his lap and wiped it down, because he did pee a little. I mean, why lie? We all do it. And then left the restaurant, my dad started crying, and he said, Shannon, you're the only reason I'm alive. You're the only reason I'm alive. I'd live to see you. I live to see you. So how dare you throw that out? Then he burped, and a little bit of blue cheese olive got stuck in my ear, which was really cute. I love hanging out with my dad. What were we talking about?
We're talking about how your dad has alcoholism. Tamara! She does not stop. The man was crying. He was crying. He was saying, if it weren't for you, Shannon Storms Bedore, I would die. I would be dead. And I live for you. You are my daughter. And every day I wake up just for you.
No, Alfredo. That was a
Oh,
serious
yeah.
moment.
So basically now your dad's a suicidal alcoholic. That's a good one. It's a good one. But I'm sorry, okay? I wasn't trying to single your dad out. It wasn't my place to say that at the moment. I should have just been like, alcoholism runs in your family, and that's why you run with alcoholism. Stupid running bitch.
I should just face swapped your face on the little boy in the commercial from the 80s. That way I have you saying, I learned it from watching you, Dad.
Shannon's like,
Absolutely not. Absolute yes, though, right? Absolute yes. Always yes to absolute.
We are so deranged. So Andy is like,
Thank you, Eddie. Thank you. Thank you, Eddie.
oh no, Eddie's in the bathroom right now. So Andy is he's like, okay, well, Jen Whitney from the Factory of Cheesecake said, do you feel Tamara would have less problems with the group if she took accountability for her actions? Yeah. So the night that we sat outside, guys, remember when we sat outside? No? Okay. Well, the night that we sat outside and it's the cake decorating party, I remember I looked at you and I said, you're in therapy. When do you look in the mirror and say, fuck, it might be me?
Never. What about you? When do you do it? Why'd I do that? It's not about me. But I'll tell you one thing. I love therapy. I can't wait to go to lunch. I'm going to go to lunch therapy. I'm going to have lunch therapy. I'm going to have my sandwiches in therapy because I love therapy so much. It's so helpful. Shut up, bitch.
No, but like, don't you realize like there's patterns that have to change, like behaviors have to change?
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm in therapy.
Okay, but like, has your therapy enlightened you to anything that you came today feeling like you want to apologize for? Can we see some evidence of the therapy working?
Yeah. You want me to apologize for something? Okay. My plan is to stay calm and apologize and take accountability and try to move forward with everybody. Therapy. It's all my dad's fault, my alcoholic dad's fault. Hey, wait a minute. I'm sorry. That was Shannon's therapy. Yeah, I'll apologize for something. I don't know what it is yet. But I'll do it at some point.
That's a good plan. I like that plan. And by the way, everyone, I had a salmon sperm facial to prepare for today. Salmon sperm facial.
wow.
You know what? I won't even let my own husband come all over my face. Why would I let a salmon?
No, you don't do it for Emily. I was the one who set up the joke. All right. Well, we're back. Okay, from covert communications with Emily's ex-nanny to nefarious kinks with bloggers, Katie was accused of stirring a pot of deception this season. But a failed polygraph test and a secret recording had those women dropping her faster than Shannon bailed on her grilled cheese. Oh, Shannon, bailing on a grilled cheese, which we know you would never, ever want to do in your life. Am I right, Shannon? Why are you crying, Shannon? Why are you suddenly clutching yourself and looking self-conscious?
I've always believed in leave no grilled cheese behind. And so the fact that I would do that, I'm just so sorry. I'm so sorry.
And your dad had problems leaving grilled cheese behind too, right? Why? Do not bring my father into this. His grilled cheese behavior is not up for public discussion.
So now we see clips and a flashback to a headline. Emily Simpson's former babysitter speaks out, saying Emily's kids know everything and hated Heather Dubrow. Shannon's like, oh, Emily's ex-nanny came forward.
Yeah, reached out to me, and I was pissed. You talk about my custody, and then something that was extreme.
Oh no. So Emily is basically saying, listen, you were talking about my custody and something that was extremely painful to me. And then Emily's saying,
That's not an excuse, Katie. Don't bring my kids into it.
she didn't. She said that she heard that you don't like Heather through your kids. She didn't call your kids fat or ugly or anything else. Stop saying that she trash talked your kids. She didn't. You trash talk children when you were trash talking her as a mother. You are horrible. And the fact that they can even compare these two things and make them seem okay, and Emily's still in the right. Emily was so dead wrong for that whole thing. She's disgusting.
Yeah, she was dead wrong. And I do kind of wish Andy had actually asked Katie some more questions about this nanny situation, because I don't really think it's like the worst infraction in the world. I don't think it's great. Like the nanny calls up, Katie should not have engaged with this nanny at all. But like Emily treated it as if Katie like told the nanny, like scripted all these things for the nanny to say and yada, yada, yada. And I just think it's so overwrought, and it just does not pale to what Emily did last year, which is she brought up this incredibly painful facet of Katie's life and put it on display that like her kids have to listen to and deal with. And this stuff, like a nanny goes on to a podcast. Who cares? The only one who made it a big deal, the only one is Emily, because none of us were like, oh my God, let's tune in to hear what Emily Simpson's nanny has to say. Literally the least intriguing headline for any podcast would be like exclusive. Emily Simpson's nanny is on the show today. Like no one cares about that shit. And Emily made it a thing, not Katie.
Yeah. Yeah. And so then we see a flashback to a scene with Kiki Monique. And Kiki's saying, oh, yeah, well, she said that you came in and said, is that an Asian designer? Implying, I guess it was meant to be sounding racist. And Gina being like, well, I want to celebrate the fact that Kitty wanted to come into this group and then she wanted to bring her culture and she just didn't do any of that. Whatever, you ignoramus. That's not the way to do it. Gina.
Yeah.
Gina's
Well,
also
it's not
the
up to
asshole
you.
in this situation. Gina's also the asshole. And they're all of this is how Katie's an asshole, but these are other people being assholes.
Yeah, it's not up to you, Gina, to police the way Katie wants to celebrate or the timeline with which Katie wants to celebrate her culture.
Yeah, being like, oh, really? You're supporting Asians? Is that an Asian designer? Yeah, it's fucking ignorant.
Yeah. So, and he's like, okay, well, Katie, what's it like watching that? She's like, it's not fun. It's pretty hurtful to watch. Yeah. All right. Well, how surprised were you by the viewer response after the lie detector episode aired? Because it really felt to me like the viewers really rallied around you. Tamara, why are you twitching? And also, Emily, you seem to be foaming at the mouth every time I say the viewers rallied around Katie. It's not fair. It's not fair.
Well, I'm shocked and I'm very pleasantly surprised by how much love I'm getting. Yeah. Shannon, you appear to have refollowed Katie. She's like, oh, I never stopped following Katie. I never unfollowed her. I just was hoping she would leave grilled cheese hints somewhere in there. Missing. Hopefully she would see my sign that was up in all the ballrooms all over Orange County. Missing grilled cheese.
So Katie's like, and he's like, well, you guys are in a better place now. She's like, well, we haven't spoken. No, absolutely. We have not spoken until I get my grilled cheese back. So, well, when you describe what happened, I mean, we all know you recorded her at the promo shots, but then you just keep making it like you just sent a voice to note to Matt, but you obviously played it for Alexis. I'm sorry.
I did not play it for Alexis.
I'm sorry. I think she's also entitled to play it for Alexis. It's messy. But like Shannon having a full-on crazy meltdown, like of course you got to play it. I mean, what it does do is like it's disingenuous knowing that that's Shannon's huge like enemy, so that's shitty. But they really are acting like this isn't like a total violation of privacy. I think they're prosecuting a case of like this is duplicitous. This is a violation of privacy. This is as bad as opening someone else's mail. And I think that the actual act of playing this crazy voice note of Shannon Bedore having a meltdown, like, let's all be honest. Let's all be honest with ourselves. If we have that voice note, we know we're going to play it for some people. But it is shitty that she played it for Shannon's arch enemy when she's also so happy that Shannon's being her friend. So that's shitty. But I think the actual playing of the voice note, like, I just don't think it's like the biggest deal.
Well, a couple things. For one thing, I 100% believe that Katie taped this and played it for Alexis. I 100% believe it. But again, on this show, and I do think that's shitty. also. But you know, like you said, what you said is what you said, and I agree with it. But also, Shannon screamed it. This was all in public when she did it. So would it be different if Katie just said, "Oh my God, Shannon had a huge meltdown. It was so embarrassing"? Would she still get in trouble, or was it the active tape recording? Also, Shannon has recorded people multiple times. It's not only the one that she cops to right now, but she also was recording Kelly having a breakdown in Ireland and other times. Like, we've seen Shannon doing it before, so
think that was Heather
they're
who
not
actually
really the
recorded that
ones to
one.
be. What's that?
I think that was Heather who actually recorded that one. To
It was?
be fair, but I think so.
Okay,
I mean, who
then we've
knows?
seen
But
them
either way,
recording other people. So to be getting all upset. And also, this is another thing of everybody getting mad of the wrong part. Like, why are we not getting mad that Shannon is making production wait and having all of this time and having another diva fit, which she's had a million of them on camera. So we've seen her doing this. We know exactly what this woman's talking about. Why isn't it about Shannon having a fit and somebody else standing up to Shannon having a fit?
Yeah, I think, like, I do understand why Shannon is I'm not saying Shannon shouldn't be upset. Like, you know, you like to think that when you're with your friends are not secretly recording you, you know, and like recording you being silly and then playing it for someone else. Like 100%, I get that. Like that is not crazy to me. But I don't know. I also think that like Shannon was having a total crazy meltdown, and I don't know. I think like as long as it has been recorded, like, you know, I sort of understand the messy impulse to be like, let's look at this. It's like it's like any amount. This is happening all over society right now. Someone has a meltdown in a store, someone records them, and then you play it for friends. You put it on social media, and so I guess it doesn't. I guess I'm sort of. I guess I might be contradicting myself here a little bit, because I do agree that like you don't want someone in your friend group recording you when you're not aware and being messy with it. But then I guess at the same time, I guess more like me as a fan, I can imagine seeing like a Real Housewife being crazy in public and being like, oh my God, I saw Shannon Bedore being crazy. You got to see what this is. So now I think I'm actually walking back what I said. I don't know, people. I apologize. This is probably incredibly frustrating for the listeners to hear.
Here, I'll
me.
make it easy. What Katie did was clearly wrong. But what everybody else does all the time is also clearly wrong, and Katie is being unfairly dogpiled on for this when they've all
Yeah,
done
I think
it.
that's what it is.
You know,
I think that's what it is. I think it's more. I think maybe. Thank you for clarifying my thoughts. I think it's really that the punishment in this situation just does not meet.
yeah, it doesn't fit the crime, especially when Shannon was in fact acting like an asshole. So Andy's like, well, she went on social media and said that she did hear the recording. This is Alexis, and Katie's like, well, then I want her to tell me what Shannon says. If she's heard the recording, then I want to know what she says. We'll test her. And Andy goes, let's play it. And Katie goes, no. And he goes, no, I know. I'm just kidding.
You know,
Well, you
I
say
just,
no. Well, I want to finish this. You say I was hours late and that I caused a whole scene, did you?
Well, yeah, your glam team had to change your hair because they didn't have enough time to glue in the straw that they normally glue in because you were so late.
well, haven't you ever filmed people without their knowledge, Shannon? Okay, well, we're just gonna drop it, okay? Because you're just gonna go around no, okay, therapy. This is therapy for you now. Okay, well, you're gonna hurt somebody, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna talk about this, Shannon. I mean, Tamara.
Was it somebody here?
No, it's Vicky.
She goes,
Okay. You know what? Vicky is going to be very upset with you. But when I was staying there was a huge argument with her husband, and I just wanted to make sure everything was okay. So instead of going in there and saying, is everything okay? I recorded it on my phone and sent it to Tamara.
And that's all that I did. That's all
I
I
was
did.
just trying to help.
All right, well, Emily, Marco in Polo said, hey, you seem to be a fierce defender of your family. Did you go into defense mode on Katie when she was going after her family at the beginning of the year? Is that why? Is this the reason that do you want to hang your crazy behavior on this sanctimonious hanger here?
Yes, of course. It was such a level of deceit, and it was an invasion of privacy. And just also things that are just outside of the realm of anything I've ever had to deal with before.
Oh, please. She said your kid said you didn't like Heather. For Christ's sake, you're making it sound like the woman like dressed your children up like you and Shane and sent them into a bank to steal all of your money. I mean, lady, give me a break.
when I get information about someone, I just screenshot it and show it to Gina and we have a good laugh. Well, how, like, okay.
And then
so
Gina
now,
brings it up on camera to ruin that person. And then you come tag team along with Gina to ruin that person. So I'm glad you're admitting it. So basically you're saying when someone else does, when you do it, it's okay.
yeah, like it's not that different from like Shannon's having a meltdown. I mean, okay, so Shannon has this meltdown. Katie records it because she sends it. She sends it to Matt to be like, "Oh my God, this fuck my coworker." And I think we're all allowed to bitch about our coworkers, except I would never bitch about you, Ronnie. But you're all generally, you know, we're all allowed to. You have to vent about your workplace, right? She bitches to Matt, so she has this recording. She plays it for Alexis. So yes, shitty for her to do it, but I also think she's totally allowed. She's totally allowed to record something to share with her husband, and then they can laugh about it. And basically, Emily is saying the same thing here. Oh, I saw this crazy thing, and we are messy, and we joke about it behind people's backs, and like, but we're entitled to it. And they are, by the way, they are. Like, you see something, you get a screenshot, like, because these people aren't all actually genuinely friends, and so like, you are allowed to do that. But like, why are you allowed to take a screenshot of someone's like terrible past and have like a little laugh about it? And Katie can't also have a laugh over a piece of content.
Because she's saying she's not creating the content. She's just laughing at content that's already out there. But yeah. She's a total hypocrite. Like she's like, we do shit all the time and laugh with our friends, but no one else is allowed to. So Katie's like, yeah, well, what about what you did at the reunion to me, bringing up all the stuff about my custody? And she goes,
okay, well, let me differentiate. First of all, I apologize for bringing it up in the manner that I did, because I understand it looked like I was bringing up something about your children, but it wasn't about your children.
Right. And the thing she said about you wasn't about your children either. It was what your children said about you. Do you see, Emily? You're like arguing against yourself here. Emily's such a fucking hypocrite. I can't even watch. Well, obviously I can't watch her because I am watching it. God.
Katie is like, but you said I heard you lost physical and legal custody. She's like, what you said was literally about my children. It's like, it's about like it's about their family dynamic. It's probably about stuff that she was trying to shield her children from. Whereas the nanny thing is nothing that has to be shielded from the children, you know? Like, it was, I think, more damaging for Katie what Emily did. And she goes, I saw an article. Oh yeah, here's a flashback. Article. Back to present. Being in my late 20s, having no money and nowhere to go, that was the only decision I could make. And you thought it was going to be fun to like, oh look, Katie, you lost physical custody. No, I didn't think it was going to be fun. I just thought it'd be a really good reunion moment that would get me another season on the show.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be fun, okay? I mean, it was fun, but I didn't think it was going to be fun.
And she's like, then why would you bring it up? And Jen's like, well, she just felt like there were inconsistencies in it, Katie. Okay.
Well, yeah, I thought your backstory wasn't consistent, you know?
She goes, okay, so I need to explain myself from 12 years ago? I mean, yes, because you're on Orange County and we're going back 15. So yes, I guess so. Okay.
And Emily's like, well, but you use content creators, podcasters, journalists, whatever you want to call them, to fight your battles. And you're allowed to be that pissed, Katie. That's fine, but at least have the guts to bring it up to me to my face.
Says the woman who like waited till the reunion to bring up the backstory about Katie's, you know, like whatever she went through in Georgia. Katie's like, well, and I truly apologize for how I handled it. And it's, all right,
why is Katie apologizing? This is making me fucking crazy. Okay, and by the way, did you see the article that came out yesterday about Emily?
No.
Fucking hypocrite.
What happened?
Blogger, this is from Reality Blurb. Blogger leaks Emily Simpson's alleged DMs and claims Emily asked them to post negative content about this. So this is from someone named Bravo Boo. And there is screenshots. She came with receipts. And Emily basically sent her a DM because who made this video? Let me see. Okay, here's the DM from Emily. Would you believe her loser agent publicist posted shitty things about me after saying things? By the way, this is my opinion and my perspective, which I'm allowed to have when people are asking questions. And that's what being a housewife is all about. Sharing your opinion and your perspective and being real and authentic about it. Oh God, I just opened Instagram. And authentic about it. And you can choose not to agree or disagree, but this is exactly how I feel. And then this is a clip. I'm trying to make this bigger. Her agent posted this, how completely unprofessional. And the blogger saying, oh my God, no fucking way. I am reposting it, but I will not say I got it from you. That's so low. Alexis is so insecure. It reeks of her. It reeks off of her. And this stuff shows it even more. I'm busy, but I will make a post about the publicist because I really am writing hard for Shannon right now. So she's like, I'm busy fighting Shannon's battles as a blogger, but I will get back to you in just a moment about fighting your battles. And so Emily says, don't feel obligated. I just wanted to share because I was so grossed out by it. And then the Bravo Boo says, I'm not feeling obligated at all, but you're messaging bloggers with shit that you want them to put out and waiting until they put it out. And said blogger is too busy putting out shit for Shannon right now. So she's going to have to get to you after. Okay. And I love that the Bravo Boo's shameless. She's just like, yeah, that's what I was doing. And I was also writing hard for Shannon. So here's the proof, everybody. Eating it up. But anyway, the point of this is that Emily is, as we all know, a fucking hypocrite. And you think the only person she's writing is Bravo Boo? Doubtful.
Yeah, doubtful. So Jen is like, and he's like, okay, well, why did you say Katie was a con artist between seasons, Jen? Was it because you knew she was talking to people behind everyone's backs? Is that why? Just, oh, I'll tell you, Andy. Thank you so much for asking me this. Things were just like not adding up. But to be fair, nothing really adds up for me. Like,
yeah, I was going to say, what else is new, Jen? This is you. Could you
Why are they
imagine Jen
Cheerios?
getting the bill and trying to figure out the tip at the end? It's like no one's asking you.
What happened to the middle part of the Cheerios? Are they just in some factory somewhere? Not adding
How
up.
are these not called Satios when they've been hollowed out like that?
Satios. Satios. Why aren't they called Satios? Thank you, Ryan.
Somewhere in Beverly Hills, Erica. Okay, well, yeah, things weren't adding up. Okay, and I've asked, you've asked me this a million times, Katie, and I don't remember telling Gina that, you were a con artist. So I can't sit here today and say that. Jen never remembers anything. That's always Jen saying, like, what? What did I never remember. I don't remember. So Katie's like, Gina, did she say that? And she goes, well, it was something to the effect of like, I'm sitting over here like, is this girl like a con artist? And then Ryan's like, no, she's just new. And that's how I remember it. Like, I don't remember because I was schlepping and schlepping feels so good.
I was schlepping a sign that just said, just sold for a studio apartment in a senior living facility. So Jen is like, she's like, well, for me, it's just like, you and I have so many conversations, but I was having weird feelings about stories that you were telling me.
Okay, well, we got a lot of questions about the lie detector test, Katie. You told Us Weekly that you felt it was one person who refused to film with you and then went on to say, I think it came from one person who maybe set me up for something and maybe other people believe something untrue about me.
She's like, yeah. Well, who was that person? Emily, duh. She's like, duh. Emily, of course.
She's like, I don't have that power.
She goes, well, I was set up.
Because I don't need a lie detector to know that you're lying, Katie.
Dun, dun, dun. And Emily's like, Katie said on camera, I'll even take a lie detector test. I'm like, you weren't even in that room when
you
she
weren't
said
there.
that.
Yeah. You weren't even fucking there. And then we see Katie saying, I'm not talking about stories with bloggers. And Gretchen saying, okay, listen, I believe you. However. She's like, well, I'll take a lie detector test. So then Emily's like,
Yeah, that's where it came from. Okay. It wasn't even my idea. It was Gina's idea. And then I was like, let's have a lie detector test. Because then look, I know they're 86% accurate and they're not admissible in court, et cetera, et cetera.
and Tamara's like,
Oh, yeah? If you punch your butthole, you can pass it. Katie told me that.
well, Katie failed it. So I don't think it worked. She failed on every question.
Yeah, she really, yeah, that was a tough time. So then Katie's like, yeah, she told me that. And he goes,
Okay, well, y'all came up with the questions, I might add.
well, that was my only input in this. That was my only input. The audience should stop being mad at me. It wasn't even my plan. I just said to everyone, make up your own questions. That was my only input.
Well, production found the lie detector people because there's only a few that will go on camera. And even though they're on camera, they still won't cut their bangs. It's a big issue. A lot of back and forth on that one.
Well, I'm sitting here telling you I had no way to set you up because what am I going to do? Pull them aside? Like, what am I going to do? Pull them aside and say, hey, you better do this? They would have caught it on camera.
You could have DM'd them. You could have emailed them. You could have talked to them. I mean, Lady with the Bangs was sure pretty hard on your side, as I recall. I mean, I don't know any other professional lie detector people, quote unquote, who, when someone leaves, goes, "Oh yeah, she's full of shit." Bangs
Yeah,
was totally on your
exactly.
side, man. Give me a break.
Yeah. And Katie even says that. She goes, they did have guys say, like, we've got her. There's a plan.
Okay, that was Katie. Okay, all that was, Katie, was that there was like a lie detector test about to happen. And then they said, oh my God, we got her. Because they were also like, I don't know if you know this, but they were trying really hard to give Julia Roberts a lie detector test, and she was resisting. And then she finally said, okay, I'll take a lie detector test. And then they landed the account. And so she was like, we got her. Katie, come on. Like, it makes total sense.
And Emily's like, it wasn't my idea. You know, I don't need one to know you're lying. I already knew you were lying.
And Gina's like, "Whoa, I wasn't expecting you to fail every question, honestly, but you did."
I was.
But first of all, if you're going to set somebody up, like everyone knows if you're going to cheat on the test, you got to get 1 or 2 wrong. But you got like all of them wrong.
I don't think cheating goes that, like,
Gina's a moron. Like, I'm not even going to parse what Gina's saying. She's useless. Katie, there seems to be a feeling in the group that you were tougher behind everyone's back than at group events. Saint from Lewis says, why don't you just say to the girls what you say in your confessionals? And she goes, oh, I should.
Yeah, a lot of people should. A lot of people in here. I'm just going to squint at him right now. Shannon!
what does that even mean?
Oh, why do you think I'm talking about you, Emily?
Well, I don't think you're talking about me because I say things. So who are you talking about?
You say a lot of things in your confessions about me. Like, I was like, oh, behind my back, or with like other kids. It's like, wow.
Yeah, that I don't trust you. That's what I said.
No, you said that one to my face.
Okay, what else then?
Well, you make like snide little comments all the time.
Like what?
Emily,
You
you
do.
do it. You do it with everybody. And also saying something to someone's face occasionally doesn't mean it's okay to be an absolute asshole to your friends behind their back either.
Yeah.
But she's like,
so
what?
Shannon-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead,
I was
man.
gonna say that Shannon tries to jump in. She goes,
You do that, Tamara. You do. And Tamara's like, Shannon, be quiet. No one's talking to you. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. Be quiet. Just
No, I won't. I will not be
Just
quiet.
sit on the end and be quiet. Sit on the last seat.
No,
sit on the
I'm
loser
on a
seat.
show. I'm on a show where everyone expresses their opinions.
I'm talking to
Oh,
Emily.
yo, you make snide comments. You do it. You do
Shut
it.
up. That's therapy speak for shut up. No, I just felt like
every time Tamara yells at Shannon like looks to, like, there's some sort of like invisible ref that we're not seeing off stage. Shannon just looks over to her left. It's like, what?
Cameraman, do you see this cameraman? Do you see this cameraman? Yeah, you get out of here. You're stupid. You're stupid and you sit on the last seat, okay? Yeah, that's right, Eddie. That's right. What was that? Was that Shannon's guy? No, I just tried to get into my car and leave and it didn't work out so well. Sorry.
Yeah, you know what, but Emily, my feelings get hurt a lot. You know what? I talk about it in therapy, which I'm in every 5 minutes, okay? And I don't know if you're trying to be funny or what.
She goes, what? What do you mean?
Well, just like I've never had any girlfriends, that I'm not a girl's girl.
Well, okay. Well, there was a lot of conversations I had with Gretchen, and I was trying to explain maybe she's never had girlfriends. Maybe she's not a girl's girl. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if that hurts your feelings, I apologize for it. God.
Thanks. And also, thanks for saying Gretchen instead of
Gretchers. Gretchers! My bad. Gretchers.
All
Gina, given that you forgave Katie at the hot pot, how hurtful was it hearing from Kiki Monique that Katie told her that she perceived you to be making racist comments while Emily was putting eggs in her purse and trying to be hilarious while dissing an entire country's food choices?
Well, I would like to address this. Obviously, you can understand how that sounds horrifying to me. Like, with that said, now me watching back and seeing like that whatever I said, which was totally not meant to be malicious in any way, shape, or form, but seeing that triggered a trauma in you from your past, like, I'm not in the business of triggering trauma.
I'm
in
not
the
here to
business.
trigger trauma. I'm not here to trigger trauma.
I'm in the business of selling 1-bedrooms to 75-year-olds, okay?
I love when she kept saying trigger trauma. I was cracking up.
I'm not
Biggest
here to
wrongs.
trigger trauma, okay?
Yeah.
And if that's what I did in that moment, then, I understand that, and I'm sorry for that.
No, it's not triggering a trauma. What you said was racially fucked up. Who says that to somebody? And she did wear Asian designers, and I don't know why anybody's listening to Gina. Like, Gina would know where any designer is from besides TJ Maxx.
I think that, no, Gina, I have to say, I do appreciate, because Gina has been doing a really good job of celebrating Asian designers too, because it's Shein, right? Is that the brand that she's been wearing a lot?
I really support 10-year-olds being forced into labor to glue clothes together. So I'm really there. I'm on the forefront.
Well, I appreciate that. It didn't trigger a trauma. It just seemed inappropriate to say at the time, and I never called you the R word. And I said that had undertones.
Well, you
that made it feel
shouldn't,
that
because
way.
I'm not, like that wouldn't be a very nice thing to say. You shouldn't say that about disabled people. No, the other R word. Which one? Sorry. No, you can't say that, Gina. Oh, well,
You can
isn't
say
that what you
real
said?
estate.
Is that what
don't
you
have to call
said?
it the R
I was
word.
calling you? No. I said I wasn't calling you the R word. Oh, okay. I don't know what that is, but thank you. I just said it had undertones that made it feel R. She's like, oh, Republican? Don't say that. I can get canceled for that.
Rotund? No, we're not going to fat shame.
So Gina's
Rizzoli
like,
and Isles? I love that show. You can call me an R word.
Rotini? Yeah, I love that pasta shape. Yeah, you can call me that.
Okay, yeah, I accept that. And I really wish instead of sitting down with Kiki Monique, you would have sat down with me. And she's like, yeah, but to your point, why would she sit down with you? You were having a fight with her at the time, and you were making
offended
shitty
her.
comments behind her back. Why does she need to sit down with you about it? Saying something later, why aren't you sitting down with all the people you sit and giggle their screenshots of gossip with Emily? Why aren't you the one about, shut up.
yeah, why aren't you why all this talk about I wish you would have come and talked, 'cause just said it to my face basically, when she's, like you said, just doing all this stuff behind people's backs. So Katie is like, yeah, but to your point, we were trying to do better. And I told her, you said, I don't think Gina's a bad person, but these times made me feel that way. And her and I were bonding over being people of color in this space, because it's predominantly not people of color, right? And to be the first Asian on Orange County in 18 years means a lot to me. That's my subtle way of saying thank you for all you white ladies for running off the one piece of diversity that comes across the stage in years and years and years.
Okay, but my intention was not to trigger trauma. And even if I trigger trauma, I didn't mean to run you off because of your race. I meant to run you off because of your personality. So I hope that suffices. And she's like, thank you, Katie. Okay, does anyone else want to apologize to Katie? And everyone's just silent. And so Katie's like, well, if you guys need any ideas, I think being called as evil as Alexis could get an apology. And Shannon's like, well, I was gonna say earlier, but when Bravo Social came to me and said, is there anything that you regret from this season? And I said, I was so hurt by the thought that you would betray me that I wasn't happy with what I said after you betrayed me. But so, what came first, the chicken or the egg? I don't know.
Either way, I will have both for breakfast tomorrow. Thank you.
So Andy was like, Katie, is there a place to move forward with some of the people in this group? I hope so. All right, well, I do too. Okay. And so then Gina's like, oh my God, this is the stupidest thing I've ever worn. I swear. I'm like, guess what? I'm going to say, no, it's not the stupidest, because we've seen a lot of things on you, Gina. We've seen a lot of looks. Blah.
But it's not great.
No.
You're correct. You're correct.
Every
It's
time I
not
look
great.
at you, I'm like, she has to be uncomfortable.
It's the stupidest choice I've ever made. Oh my God.
I am sweating. Is no one hot in here? Is no one menopausal?
Whoa, double Alfredo. That was a good one. Write that one down. It's going into one woman show.
You're the one who's always freezing. What's going on here? Okay, so whatever. So now we go to Gretchen. Dun, dun, dun. So she's in her trailer, and she's not allowing Slade to come. And she's saying he's going to be supportive at home. And then back on the couches, Shannon is like, oh my God, I hate this. There's a side view of my tree trunk over here. So back to Gretchen. She's like, I'm excited about clearing up all the BS that Katie has spent.
And Glam's like, what's she saying?
Yeah, she's saying that I told her that Tamara drugged me, which is not true. I never said that. I did say it. I never said it.
So then
Maybe
Andy's
I
like,
did
we are.
when I didn't, but that happened, but it didn't happen. Everybody needs to understand, not understand it. Because I'm telling the truth, not.
We're
It's
back.
Opposites Day.
In 19 seasons of Orange County, we've seen many Real Housewives kids grow up before our eyes, even if Their moms somehow never age a day. And while this group doesn't always agree on everything, they all share one characteristic in common. Everyone here is a loving and devoted mom. Watch. I mean,
Well, go ahead.
Orange County kids are real special. We've had 19 years of watching these kids grow up, different kids grow up, and like, actually this current batch is doing pretty well, I would say overall, but I have to say the Orange County track record has been pretty rough. It's pretty rough when it comes to the trajectories.
Yeah, it hasn't been great.
Yeah.
And basically, guys, I'm going to pretend this is a segment about everybody's kids, but I'm really going to give about 5 minutes for Emily to come up with self-diagnoses for her son. Emily, let's do this.
Excuse me, how could you not even include any content about Nicky? He works for the Altman Group. This is a disgrace. He's 19 and a realtor. If you ever exclude my children again from the Children Growing Up Well montage, it will cost you a lot.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sirens are coming. I shouldn't have mentioned Orange County children. Okay. Sorry. That was my bad.
Did Dawson
Emily,
pass out again?
Emily, go ahead.
So she's like, oh my God, everything with Luke is so crazy. And then I was getting all these emails from people on DMs. And they were like, oh, okay, I'll post that thing about Katie later. Oh, sorry, that was the wrong DM. I was getting things from DMs and these moms were like, have you tested him for pandas?
Wait a minute. That's amazing. I love pandas. God, can a panda ever sit still? That's my question.
Oh my God, pandas are so cute. I watch so many panda videos.
Is it serious?
Are you sure? Because like the other day I saw a panda. It was like trying to get into a tire and then it like fell over. It was so cute.
Oh, sorry, that was my person applauding you, Gina.
Yeah, he's got something called pandas because he had strep throat and this strep throat went to his brain and now I'm going to get lasers on his brain and the brain's going to be shrunk by the lasers.
This is actually crazy. This is a crazy
This
story.
actually
I mean,
is
like,
crazy. I looked up pandas after because I was like, what? Like some of this, I never know what to believe on housewives. You know, I really never do. And especially when it comes to Emily, because, you know, Emily has a lot of anti-vax, you know, MAGA stuff in her history. So I'm like, well, is this coming from a medical doc? Like, what is this? What is this? And it's pretty crazy. What it is. I didn't find anything that said laser on the brain was a treatment for it, honestly. And I'm not even criticizing it because I don't know. I'm just saying I didn't find that in my amateur research into it. But this is nuts. So she's going to take her kid in and basically it caused brain swelling on him, which is causing all these bizarre behaviors. And the lasers are supposed to shrink your brain a little bit.
yeah, I don't know. I don't understand any of that, but like, it's crazy. I mean, strep throat is like very scary because like you can have strep throat and then a month later it like rears its ugly head again in some terrible other form. But I never heard about this and I don't doubt it at all. I know it's a real thing because I did look it up as well, but like that must be really, really scary. And I actually do think it was one of the upsides of her. We criticized a lot that she was using this as a storyline, but this is one of the upsides is that like that a lot of moms like reached out to her and were like, you should check this out, because if that really is one of the causes of his some of his like unexpected behavior, like it's good to get a grasp on that. But this is really wild. So yeah, I guess we'll see how that pans out.
We'll see how that pandas out.
Pandas out.
All right.
Yeah. Alfredo.
Insensitive. So yeah. So then we talk about Dawson graduating at his boot camp ceremony, and she's like, "Well, so many people worried about Dawson, and I also got messages, which is crazy. I did get a lot of messages of pandas though, which was very weird. So I'm not sure if that's the same thing, but I just want to reiterate, pandas are great, and 2 + 2 pandas. Who loves 6 pandas? Me, I do." Okay,
Yeah.
things are still not adding up. Just tell us about Dawson. He's kind of hot. Okay, well,
Okay,
Dawson
so-
faints a lot,
yeah.
so he was tired.
Yeah. Well, he was in boot camp, and the last 3 days, it's called The Crucible. It's this crazy thing where they have to like stay up all night and perform the entire play of The Crucible. And I think it was just like a lot for him. Arthur Miller is very intense, and he just passed out, and I can understand that.
Are you
But he
sure
did
that's
come
what the
back-
Crucible is?
He did come back with the letter A tattooed on his chest, which I still don't really get.
That's the Scarlet Letter, Jen.
Oh no, I'm sorry. What I meant to say was that he was going to be hanged, and then it turned out that he got to escape, but then it turned out it was all a dream. That's another piece of fiction from high school too.
Well, basically what happened, Andy, is he was on his way to boot camp and the plane crashed, and then all of his friends were stuck out there and they had to take care of themselves, and then they started to turn on each other until one got a conch shell and the nerd lost his glasses and became a monster and killed everybody.
I think that's Lord of the Flies. No, that's actually Ryan. He just loves getting into those flies. Am I right? Anyone? No?
So Tamara, you mentioned that you and Sydney saw each other. She hates when you talk about her on television. Talk about it. So she's like,
She came to the house. She was going to lunch with Sophia. Simon outside. And I said, you better hug me or I'm going to call the police on you. And so she hugged me. And then she said, you better not talk about this on television. And I said, I promise you I won't. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. And then she left. Sydney. Sydney's on TV right now. And I'm so sad about it, Andy.
you know, Sydney is at home throwing remote controls at the TV. Like, leave me alone.
Yeah, she's coming. She's like, Carly Simon. She's coming around again.
So Andy's like, oh, good. That's great. Shannon, is Stella still visiting every country in the northern hemisphere?
Yes, she is. And she also let me know that she wants to go into hospitality. I said, that's not a real career. And she said, you're not a real mother. I said, oh, don't you speak to me. I brought you into this world. So I'll take you out of this world. And she said, try to reach me. I'm in Europe now. And I said, oh, okay, well, that's fine. But, you know, I am still your mother and I'm alone right now and I'm going through things. And she said, well, I'm never going to come back to America. So, yeah, things are great. I'm really happy with her choices.
Yeah, she's going into hospitality, so naturally she's not coming back to America where there are no restaurants or hotels. So that's sad.
Okay, Emily, Sam from Waterston's daughter has Sam Waterston's face. Isn't that crazy? Wants to know, how is your relationship with Shane going? Oh, God. Who cares?
But everyone wants to know.
Everybody
it's really good.
burning in all of our minds. How's it going with Shane?
Well, you know, everyone, I get from a lot of places that just like, Shane is just like solid and pragmatic, and he's just unemotional about things, and it's just like really helpful. Yeah, and I loved your wife swap episode. Did you experience anything in your home with Shane, and are you doing more around the house? Does anyone care about this? Everyone agrees it was the worst wife swap episode of the season, right? Everyone? No?
Well, the ratings sure did, Andy, but I did learn that pigs make me more tolerable, so I might be shooting with one next season.
Well, do you realize that Shane does a lot? Yeah. You know what? I think Shane like that other wife too, Emily. You better watch out.
Another thing that was on the internet today was the wife from that episode, the snotty New Jersey wife. And she was doing one of those videos where you're putting on makeup and talking at the same time.
Come get ready with me.
Yeah.
Come get ready.
She's like,
Come get ready
yes.
with me.
It's like,
My
yeah, so,
disappointment.
you know, I went on wife swap and, you know, I'm kind of connected to the Gorgas because I was the lady that had that house that remember when Joe Gorga said that he flipped that house, but then he used fake pictures? That was my house. And I had to go online and tell him to stop using my house. And then he did. So that's my drama with the New Jersey ladies. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. Messy.
I love Bravo kept this lady because you know they were going to add her to Jersey just to have that for a storyline, and didn't keep her, but ended up just using her for wife swap instead.
Yep, exactly. So now we go to break, and when we come back, they're all predicting that Gretchen's going to wear pink because, like, of course, you know. And then Emily's like, oh, Tamara's wearing pink too. Isn't that funny that they match? You guys were given a color scheme of pink, maroon, and stupid. Okay, like there will be some overlap. So Gretchen comes out. She's wearing, is that like a corset? What do you call that kind of top? It's almost, I don't know, but like the boning, and it's like very much like, it's like sexy boudoir bordello. I forget what it's not. Is that a corset top? Is it a corset? Is it a?
Yeah, it's like kind of an ice
lingerie?
skating wedding type thing. Weird outfit as usual. So she comes and she's not booed. So I'm immediately annoyed, and everybody just jumps on her and starts kissing her ass and telling her how beautiful she looks. Of course, they're doing it in their way, which is like, wow, Gretchen, you look so great. Andy says, you look like a pink Elsa. And Tamara's like,
I was thinking John Benet Ramsey.
Oh, I love the way you dress. It's just so poor person, but also maybe you could be on your way to work at a child's birthday party. It's just so, maybe it's a costume, maybe it's an outfit, maybe she's born with it, maybe it's a fashion crime. I don't know. One of those. God, you look great, Gretchers.
You look great. Yeah. And by the way, I just want you to know that when I said she looked like she'd been preserved in formaldehyde, that's a compliment.
Yeah, meaning you're beautiful, Gretchen. You're so beautiful. And you know what? The more transphobic things you love, the more beautiful you become. You're beautiful.
yeah, so I was kind of grossed. And Gretchen's like,
Yeah, I mean, listen, I could take it on the chin. You know what I mean? It's made out of titanium.
Okay, well, what have you been doing since we last saw you besides begging me to be back? You obviously have a beautiful daughter with Slade face. And in terms of like work, what have you been doing? She's like,
Well, like I do digital marketing and I'm considered an influencer. And so that's my main source of income for me. So use Gretchen code 20 to get a discount.
I was like, oh my God, you
Discount
practice
on
this
what?
and you still can't get it out right. Code Gretchen
you get-
20.
To get a discount.
On what?
Discounts.
A discount on discounts?
Yeah.
What's that discount on?
Son. Okay, great.
So Andy's like, what is Slade doing? And she's like,
He's a consultant. And he also sits on the Liberace Foundation board. So, see, we can't hate gay people. He loves Liberace, and that's the gayest people there ever was. Right?
And Liberace was famously very comfortable with homosexuality.
yeah, super loved it. And Andy's like, Liberace, the pianist? No, Andy. No. Liberace, the house painter. Yes, Liberace, the pianist. And someone also posted today, and thank you, social media, for giving me so much today.
Social media. Thank you
But
so much.
they posted that Slade is listed as an unpaid board member. He's a volunteer board member of this Liberace Foundation in Vegas.
What does the Liberace Foundation actually do? That's what I'd like to know.
It supports children in the arts, like it gives grants to kids in the arts. And I actually know because I went there. I saw Liberace's house with Jackie Siegel. And so I met those people. And let me tell you, that is an incredible. Nothing really. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to say, except I think that Slade hooked this up through friends of theirs, probably, if I had to guess.
No, he literally said it. Gretchen literally says it. She's like,
So like we are friends with Jonathan Warren, and he's like the consul to like Monaco, and he runs the foundation of Las Vegas, and so he asked Slade to be on that board.
what?
Yeah.
Who's saying Slade Smiley should be on the Liberace board? I mean,
It's unpaid and it's volunteered. So he's doing nothing, is what you're saying. He's doing nothing.
Wow, all right. Well, we had a bitter feud 16 years and counting, and Tamara and Gretchers reintroduced themselves to each other in hopes they could view each other in a better light. Unfortunately, Bravo won't spring for better light, so everybody looks just as crazy. Okay, let's check out some flashbacks.
So we see some flashbacks of all of this stuff. And then we get,
Tamara, Boobs from RSQ wants to know, how can you pretend that bringing Joe de La Rosa to two events wasn't an intentional dig at Gretchen?
and she's like,
Well, it wasn't a dig at Gretchen. Joe is one of my friends who I like to bring around because she pisses off Gretchen.
and Gretchen's like,
Yeah, but I do think that like it's interesting that like out of all the people that she could have picked to bring, she brought Joe. But I mean, I guess I don't expect anything less. However, no, stop saying however at the end of sentence. It doesn't work that way. I'm not here to serve you.
I didn't think you were.
so Gretchen, how are you blaming Tamara for Slade not having a job for nearly 2 decades? She's like,
If it came across that way, then I'm sorry. No, it didn't come across that way. It's what you said, Gretchen.
so,
Well, what I was trying to say is that, like, being on the public domain at such a level like that, it can cause harm to someone's life.
no, you didn't say that. You said that everything Tamara did made it impossible for him to get work. That's what you said.
let me tell you,
She's like,
let me tell you something. He's like a white straight Christian man. He will like if he has a shred of competency, people are gonna let him like have another shot and give him jobs. Okay,
His
like
job is mooching off of Gretchen. That's what his job is.
he can get a job. Okay, he has like a lot of privilege, and he like we've seen it before. Cancel culture only goes really so far. It's not actually really a real thing. Everyone rebounds from cancel culture. He's not canceled from Tamra. He is canceled from either laziness or his own ineptitude. That's what I'm saying.
He's canceling himself because he doesn't want to have money to have to pay that child support back. And we all fucking know it. So you can say whatever you want to, but he's not making money on purpose. And he's working, quote unquote, for you, holding that camera so you guys don't have to pay the child support, which is also why you're not married to him, so they can't start garnishing your ass. Okay, Gretchers. So
And I like Tamra's response because she's like,
Oh yeah, but him getting arrested didn't affect him trying to get a job here.
"Wait, what did Slade get arrested for?
child
Was it
support.
Child support? You
Yeah.
actually got arrested over that? Wow.
I think I'll look it up while you do the rest.
What? No, see, everything that's out there, that's why I can't get a job, Ronnie.
So Andy's like,
Okay,
He was
Gretchen.
arrested in 2009 on a civil contempt warning for failing to pay child support. Yeah.
oh, okay. So Gretchen, Chase from Salt Lake City is crazy on a yacht. Sorry, Christina Applegate wants to know, how does Slade contribute?
What do you think of that whole thing? Everybody's like, oh my God. So for those of you who didn't see that, Christina Applegate came out with a tweet and was like, oh, how dare the ladies of Salt Lake City not respect the staff of this boat? That is disgusting. And I've watched a lot of this in my life. And people are like, oh my God, queen, icon. I was kind of like, come on, Karen. This is Salt Lake City ladies on below deck. They're doing their job.
Yeah.
Let them work.
I'm like,
please
you know who
back
doesn't?
away and let them work. I don't need your morals here, Christina Applegate.
You know who doesn't respect the hard work of the staff on Below Deck is the staff of Below Deck. They're the ones who have all like, well, Daisy is trying her best, but meaning that like Daisy had to put up with Gary for like 4 years, and everyone's had to deal with so much bullshit just internally with all the fucked up power structures there that like the women on Salt Lake are the least of anyone's concerns on that boat, I'm sure.
Yeah, call the police. What are you
Call the
complaining about?
police.
What kind of
Call
Bravo fan
maritime law.
complains that the Salt Lake City ladies are too crazy on Below Deck? Oh, no.
This is like literally a gift to Below Deck because there's so many Real Housewives watchers who like refuse to watch Below Deck, and this is Bravo's way of being like, you should watch this other franchise that we have, this other blockbuster franchise that's really good. So this, if anything, she should be appreciative of this great exposure that the brand is getting.
Yeah, and
But
if
either way,
anybody
love
needs to be
Christina, but-
criticized, it's the staff for trying to interrupt fights to do stupid things like serve a stupid monster head cake. Put it down on the table and walk away. Like now is not the time for you to come have your captain sitting down scene. Okay, you either sit here and take the fight, or you walk away, which you did. But you don't get both choices. Okay, you're either in it or you're not in it. But this is not about you. This is about the Salt Lake City Housewives, and they came to work and give us the best season of any show this year. So quiet, Applegate.
Quiet Applegate, still love you, but quiet. So Andy's like,
Yeah, I love you in general, but on this one, nah, you're wrong on this
No.
one. Take the L.
yeah, exactly. Take the L. So Andy's like, how does Slade contribute to the household?
Well, what you guys didn't see on camera is I said when Slade goes to the grocery store, it goes to his account. So like he can buy like mac and cheese, and that's like really helpful for both of us.
Uh-huh. So if Slade doesn't have a job or make any money, what's in his account? Nothing. You have a joint account. That's all your money. So if he goes to the store, he pays for it with your account. And if you go to the
Listen.
store, you pay for it with your account. Stop trying to be slippery, Gretchen. You're not smart.
Whatever your relationship is with Slade, it's absolutely your business. Oh, sure. And the only reason it was even a conversation is because we were talking about getting married. And you said you couldn't marry him because of financial reasons. And I said, that's hilarious. You don't even have 3 pennies to your name between both of you. So why even bother with that? That was never going to be on the table.
I don't think we meant to say who is buying the groceries. I think we meant to say, you get groceries? How do either of you afford groceries? But
Well,
that's neither here nor there.
My question to you was more like, what is your favorite product? Canned salmon or canned okra? I just am so curious about this whole canning revolution.
This is a little one. This is a little one.
Someone check out Alfredo. I think he fell over.
And here
Is
we
he
go.
okay?
Another problem with this is that Heather's referencing a conversation they had in 2012, right? So we see a flashback to that where Gretchen's like,
Well, Selena's trying to get caught up on debt and trying to get the things resolved with in court.
child support. And she's like, okay, so you don't want to take that on in marriage? And she goes, yeah, I don't want to take it on. So that was when Gretchen had a moment of honesty 13 years ago and decided not to ever have another one after. So we come back to
is,
the
by the way,
present. Go ahead.
also a little shitty. If you really think about it, like initially I remember thinking like, well, I get that. Like he has to get his shit in order before I like get married. But I also kind of feel like if you love someone, you're like, we're going to get through this together, right? Like I'm going to help you get through this. So that way we can start our life together. Not like, okay, you figure out your shit and then you can finally get married to me.
If that was a decent person there and they said, look, you have a contentious breakup with your ex, you've got a child, this child has cancer, you have not paid $150,000 in child support to a cancer-ridden child, I'm going to help you pay this because I'm going to be part of your family now, and we're going to take care of this and take care of this child who deserves your money at the very least. If he's not going to have your love or anything else, he's going to get your money, and we're going to take care of this. They don't say, I'm not going to marry you because I don't want to be responsible for that mistake you made with that cancer kid.
Yeah.
She's a wretched fucking human being. Thank you, Eddie. She is disgusting. So there are so many reasons to hate this lady. I cannot believe they're sitting here acting like, oh, sorry, we asked you about it, Gretcher. Sorry.
So Heather's like, okay, then you got engaged, and that's why we thought this was all fake.
Yeah, and not one of us ever said that your relationship is fake, batch.
No, it was about the proposal based on what you told me on camera. And then we see that proposal, that crazy thing where she's like,
Will you get married to me?
she's like, look,
However, that was a very real moment for me to be there, even though the producers said that it was kind of a fake moment on a special that aired like 6 years ago. But getting engaged to the man that I loved after his son had just been in the hospital and was told he was going to die, I just wanted him to show the man how much I loved him, and that was what that was about. Okay, however.
Really? Because I thought that it was because you wanted to get married on TV and have Bravo pay for your wedding. That's kind of how it seemed.
Yeah. The boss of the show is like, yeah, no, that's not. It's not true.
okay.
Gretchen.
He's like, I know the inside scoop. Okay, you can't do this bullshit.
Yeah. And she's like, no. And Heather just starts cracking up because Andy's so shady. And he's like,
Okay, so when do you think you'll be ready to get be married? When do you think you'll be ready to get married? She's like, well, I mean, I'm ready whenever. I just don't think it's something that we wake up every day talking about.
We talk about Jesus and Christianity, and as we all know, getting married is not a really big deal part of that.
they're gonna get together. They're gonna get married whenever she's not gonna be on the hook for that child support that they refuse to pay for the dead kid with cancer. That's when. So she's like,
You have a child together. That's the biggest commitment of all. And look how well he dealt with the last one.
and Gretchen's like, I know.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Tamara's like,
But in God's eyes, don't you think you should be married? God loves married people. Everybody knows it. I'll send you therapy, which I can't wait to
she's
get back to you.
She actually is married in God's eyes. Yeah, they had a ceremony. It was great. They had a full-on ceremony. I got disinvited the last second also. It's kind of weird how that keeps on happening, but it's a beautiful ceremony, I hear.
Yeah, a few years ago, we actually got married, but with an ordained pastor.
and he's like,
Wow, you did? You're married? She goes, yeah, but we didn't go to a courthouse and get paperwork, but we did have a ceremony, and Skylar was there, and it was so special.
Okay, well, Riley from not Candy Burris' daughter, but secretly, yes, I am. It's me, says, Gretchen, you mentioned several times during Heather's sleepover how Fireball gets you wild. Were you looking for liquid cards to bring up the rumor? No, I had no intent of bringing up the fact that Tamara had sex with Nelson and tried to sing a song with him and then had sex again and then sang while she was having sex. I never meant to bring that up.
Well, this person who was involved in the affair, whose name rhymes with Schmelson, but we won't say out loud, vehemently denies the allegation and insists that it was a complete fabrication. I don't know if I'm a millions, Andy. Vehemently. Strongly. Oh, strongly what?
Oh.
Denies. Strongly denied the allegations that he was ever inside Tamara. Okay? Look,
this was not premeditated. Okay, it's not premeditated. It was just girls being girls. You know, you take a bunch of people used to eating canned beans around a trash can of fire under freeway, and you give them something called charcuterie, and just watch them go, Andy. They were drunk with the power.
So Tamara goes,
Bullshit wasn't premeditated. Tamara, you know what? When I brought some.
I'm not talking to you. You just be quiet, Orphan Annie. You just shut up.
Cameraman, help me out.
Shut up.
Cameraman,
No.
craft service lady.
You
Gotta be able to do this.
shut
Come on.
up.
Lighting guy.
Shut your
Okay,
face.
Grip.
Shut
Excuse
your
me, Mr.
stupid
Grip. You
mouth.
gotta help me on this one.
Oh, you duck. All I can hear is waddle, waddle,
crazy.
waddle.
What?
Shut up.
Someone's gotta help. Come on. Oh.
Down your sleep.
Okay, well, I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk.
No,
'Cause
stupid. No.
this is part of the process,
No,
girl.
you can't talk. Oh, no, let me finish this. Girl.
Well, you know what? I was very proud of the fact that I was young and hip and said girl, and then you just threw it right back in my face. I did not appreciate that. I don't know why she has such
I
a
don't
hard
know
on
why
for me.
she has such a hard on for me. And Gretchen's like, it's so weird. So Tamara's like,
Gretchen tried to bring the song out at Vicky's house. That's when she tried to bring it out. The night that she called and said, oh, it's Eddie Gay.
so she's saying that she's been trying to make this happen since 2017. And then we see a clip of Gretchen being with that gay in the terrible wig, who used to be Emily's friend. And remember when Tamara in the beginning, when Emily came on in the beginning and Tamara was being mean to Emily, and Emily took Tamara on that walk, and she's like, why are you so mean to me? And Tamara's like,
Because you're friends with people who are terrible to me. Like that gay in the terrible wig.
and we see a shot of that gay. It's like, ah. And so they were fighting over this gay. This has been a very messy gay on Orange County.
yeah, it's some of the messiest gays we've seen have come from Orange County.
Mhm.
So Gretchen's like,
What was the conversation at that party? And Tamara's, oh God. It's like, okay, so years ago. Okay. I want to move on. Okay, so Emily, this question is from you. Jonah from a whale somewhere said, why would you bring up the rumor to Tamara when Gretchen asked you not to? Oh, I've got a very clear answer that's going to make a lot of sense with a lot of logic. I was really irritated by the fact that they had just been at the beach and they had had a conversation that they were both going to come back and they came back to the table holding hands and they had agreed to a truce. Yeah. And it's just like, I was really hopeful and I was really, really hopeful and that they were going to move forward. I'm like, so you destroyed it over like, let's brush that shit under the rug. Okay. Why did you facilitate it falling apart? Because you felt they were being fake. And this person who looks at headlines and laughs behind people's backs with Gina about it.
Yeah.
So she's like, I was really hopeful they were moving forward. That's why I made sure they didn't move forward.
Yeah, and I didn't say one word about Gretchen. Not one word in Temecula. Not even one. She's like, okay, can I talk to that? Okay, I agree with them on that. And I want to apologize for you doing that. But I'm just telling you that was what was out in the press. And, that's a problem, Tamara, because you can say stuff that's in the press. But if I say stuff in the press, everybody else is like an asshole.
Yeah, okay, you always turn it around on someone else. Are you a DJ? Because you're really turning things around on the turntable, because that's what DJs do. Yeah.
Well, Andy, or Tamara, sorry, Pee-wee from Big Adventure wants to know, why are you overacting about this rumor when it was from so long ago? Don't you also bring up old dirt on people? She goes, oh yeah, name one. Name one, freak Pee-wee from Big Adventure, whatever his stupid gay name is. Say it, name it.
Well, excuse me, but you did accuse Jen of having an affair. You may remember that.
2 years ago, whatever.
What? I can't even say anything, girl. I can't even say anything.
That was before therapy. Shut up, Shannon, stupid.
Well, Tamara, you did bring up tonight that Shannon recorded Vicky.
Yeah, because she's going after Katie when she's doing the same thing. That's a hypocrite. I'm allowed to bring that up.
But you know what my intent was? To make sure everyone's safe. Everyone is safe and sound on my camera.
Well, everybody was safe. So then why did you call me and tell me, who the hell would be with Vicky? She treats her boyfriend like shit. Why'd you say that?
I did not say that, Tamara. I did not say that. I did not say
you
that.
did, stupid. Yeah, you did.
But you just got to prove the point of this question.
Nah, because it was 2 years ago.
No, I understand, but the point of the question was you bring stuff up all the time from the past.
Yeah, I have. Yeah. Well,
And you just brought up two things right now.
yeah, well, it's because I have the right to. Shut up. Everybody shut up.
That is like case in point. Case in point.
Anyone? Case in point. I said case in point, Alfredo. Get with it, bro. The moment's already lost. Lost. We have to listen.
Well, Tamara, you told Shannon, shut up, Tamara. No, but you said, shut up, Tammy, shut up, Shannon. No, Tamara, you said, Shannon, shut your goddamn mouth, and I'm gonna shut up this send your throat so hard, you're never gonna talk again, Shannon.
Well, I can't even get it. I can't even say it. I can't say it. Hey, okay, well, I'm trying to prove a point.
You did a very good job proving it, Andy.
Well, my point is, we're not the only ones that bring up stuff from the past. Well, I have something to say on this. Oh, shut up, Shannon. Just shut your goddamn mouth, you fucking monster from the Blue Lagoon. Come back in there and kill Brooke Shields or whatever. Get out of here, monster.
I can't even. Tamara, grudge over there. You know what? Don't let anybody else affect how you continue to do that. I know, but like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, Batch.
Well, but like when we were at your house for cake decorating, remember? God, I love bringing up that night. You threw out again that I've had all these affairs. And then we went outside and you said, oh God, I was mad and I just probably made it up.
Yeah. Yes. You said you poked me and I was mad. Remember? You said that. That was a good one, girlfriend.
Well, I did make it up. It was something I heard, though. But, I should have never, I regretted saying it, okay? Because the conversation we were having at the table was getting so heated. What else am I going to say? It's cheating on your husband, slut. I mean,
It's pure hypocrisy. That's what this is, everyone.
I'm
Pure
not talking to
hypocrisy.
you, Shannon. Shut up, Shannon.
Who do you think you are? Like, honestly, I don't have to listen to anything she says. Anything, not a
Shut
goddamn
up.
thing.
Just shut your goddamn fried chicken mouth. I can't even look at you without thinking of fried chicken yapping at me. Be quiet, Shannon.
Why is Tamara allowed to just do this every time Shannon speaks? Why is nobody like, hey, other people get to talk too, and you don't get to just yell, shut the fuck up every time someone speaks? What kind of therapy are you going to? This is crazy. Is there anybody working here?
She's at physical therapy. That's the problem.
What do you mean? I thought that like by loosening up my hips, I would get better emotional responses.
No.
So, Emily, that's my storyline. But didn't you have pictures at the cake party of her having some affair, of Gretchen having an affair?
And Shannon's like, but see, Tamara, you show up with evidence every single time. That was me in the flashback, by the way. I did a great job in that flashback. Yeah, because at that point, I'd had it with her. I'd had it. See, it's okay for me to bring things up from the past. You just can't bring stuff up from the past.
Yeah, basically, she's a hypocrite, just like the rest of you. So were these old pictures of Gretchen making out with that Jeff guy? Tamara. You got to love Tamara whipping out 15-year-old pictures at a cake party. So Tamara says she'd had it, so she's allowed to do it. And then Gretchen's like, yeah, but just because you were mad about something from 15 years ago, you shouldn't have even brought it up 15 years ago. Like, that wasn't cool either. And so Tamara's just shooing her off. She's like,
Get out of here, stupid. Just wave everybody off, Tamara. Oh, no, I'm just waving you off, stupid. You shut up, Shannon.
But I'm talking about 15 years ago, Tamara, when you made up all the lies about me back then.
So now we're going back to the big, where it all started. This is where, actually, it started with,
Were you at Bass Lake?
but now the big reunion. And Gretchen said,
What was the reason then? Why'd you bring things up then?
and Tamara's like,
Well, I didn't make up any lies about you 15 years ago. Oh, sure you didn't.
it was the affair. It was the affair.
Okay, yeah. Hold on, I'm going to purse my lips and lick myself a little bit. Me and Vicky both walked in at Gina Kiosk, and we saw you sitting there on Bloop's lap, making out with him. We saw it.
Oh my God, you're such a fucking liar, Camille.
Nah, you're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar.
You're a liar. Liar.
You're a piece of shit.
Liar.
You're a piece of shit. You're a piece
Okay,
of shit,
Tamara.
bitch.
Liar.
You're a piece of shit, bitch. Dance for
Liar.
so long, you've been coming after me. For so long.
I was like, this was a whole segment about how you've been coming after her for 15 years. But
many
of
other
course, she
people.
immediately turns and is like,
You've been coming after me this whole time. And you've been going after my husband. And you've been going after me. You've been going after my kids. My mom can't even fuck a guy from Costco without you coming for somebody. I don't talk about you never.
Oh, okay, yeah, you don't talk about me ever. Sure.
and it just ends on Katie going, this is insane. That brings us to the end of Reunion Pod 1, Real Housewives. We'll be back Monday with some Potomac. We'll also have a trailer trash of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which we were blessed to get a trailer with this week. That'll be on Patreon. And we'll see you at 4 p.m. for Amazon Live Pacific time, guys. Pacific time on Monday. Have an amazing weekend, guys. We love you. Thank you so much.
Amazing time.
Thank you so much for being here.
A great
Just
weekend.
Thank you.
Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you so much. Oh my God.